Hello. David Bradley from the pet room here. So, I need to test some PET-IEEE cables because I got into a thing the other day and I was getting kind of confused, kind of bewildered, and things weren't working. And like anything with troubleshooting, when you have a whole bunch of things that aren't working, it's harder to figure out what is working. So, before I do anything else, I will turn on this 4040 and it will make its noises. And then I will turn on this 8296. That had a bit of a snap to it. Anyway, the drives will also do their thing. I will put discs in, and I will put in catalog. Alright, things are kind of getting themselves together. I did not tickle the discs. Oh, and up comes an error message. Alright, we'll do open 15, comma, 8, comma, 15, comma, quote, I, quote, colon, close, 15. That should force things to try and figure things out. I can tickle the disc a little, of course. Did it work? Well, let's see. I will do a catalog. And up comes the disc. Isn't it lovely? So, right here, right now, we have a machine, a cable, and a drive that are working. So, I'm going to pull. Boy, some of these are not so friendly. I'm going to pull this cable off, and I'm going to set it on a chair over here. That cable is working. I'm going to take this other cable. I'm going to make damn sure I have the Commodore side up. Also, this one has the little inserts in it that make sure you can only do it properly. Now, I think I might turn this just a little bit more. Just a little wee bit to make sure that everything looks just tickety-boo. But I think I could use 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more light here. So the cable is on, and it's the right way up. And this cable, I can't see it, but I can feel it. It's on. Turn on the computer. The drive will do its thing. I will come over here, type catalog. So, it is coming up and it is working. Good sign. So now, with great care, I will remove this cable and put it on the chair with the other one. I think there are 3 more to go. And this one, it's kind of had a rough life, this cable. So it's hard to see, but anyway, I will note the Commodore logo. And then I will take extra care to make sure that it doesn't get away from me. And I will connect it. This cable, I think I would either keep for myself or clean up a bit. So we turn it on. The drive makes its magical noise. I will type in catalog. And it worked. I don't like turning this machine on and off so much, but especially with the edge connector, I don't like risking things. Okay, so that is 3 PET to IEEE cables that work. Here is number 4. This side has had a rough life. This side, with the logo, looks pretty fine. This one also has a little grounding strap that pretty much nobody bothered with. But you could, and it was probably recommended. And there's a grounding strap also on this end. And the idea would be you would put it, oh, it's kind of bent. Ooh, holy mama. You would put it into the screw as you screwed it together to hold it in place. Anyway, I will put this cable onto the 4040. I will turn on the 8296. The drive is responding. I will type in catalog. And in some ways I can see it better on the screen than there, and it does work. So, I will turn off the machine, unplug the cable, and then go for the last cable. And this one, well, this one is a bit of a mystery to me. So I have to decide. See, there's the back side of it, I think. It's got the same typical stuff. There's the other side. But it doesn't have the Commodore logo on it. Or some logo. So I'm going to be daring. And I'm going to try to put it in the way I think is correct. And then we'll see. Aha. Alright, I did not hear the drive do its thing. It comes up. It's frozen. Alright, I'm going to... Ooh, hang on. This is falling off. Device not present here. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to turn this off. Perhaps this cable has fooled me, or it's defective. Ooh, you know what? This is a long one, and it's trying to jump off. I should maybe screw it in. Anyway, I have switched it over. This is secure. I'm going to turn it on, see if the drive responds. It could be, maybe this is a bad cable. Nope, it works that way. So the other way was upside down. And now, up comes the directory. That's good. All right, I'm going to shut both units off. And to make sure that I am not fooled by this, I will take a Sharpie. I will be daring. All right. Oh, that wasn't so neat. I could have done better. But it says up. All right. So that went well. It's refreshing to know that the cables are okay. Now I'm just looking over here where I have other cables hanging, and I'm just going to make sure that in fact all the ones that I have here are IEEE to IEEE cables. And how do you know? Well, you look at the ends. If there's two matching ends, these are ones that would hook other things. Oh my. Oh! As I look into this one, I don't know if you can see it. Probably not, because I barely could. One of the pins is out of place. Oh, that's distressing. Ooh. Maybe there. Now, the other thing, is it a pin that actually does something? I don't know. It's like it's been pushed up. I'm just looking for a teeny tiny little screwdriver, which I have found, and I will make an attempt to get under this pin. Oh, yeah. I will make an attempt with this teeny tiny little screwdriver to get this pin back where it should be. And I can tell you already, not going remarkably well. Like it's really bent, like right up against the side bent. I got it to move a little bit. Maybe if I can grab it with my pliers, maybe. I think I need smaller pliers, but maybe not. No, it's really, you know what? Nice thing is, it's strong. Maybe that helped a bit. It's strong because you don't want it just snapping, but it's really, it's not great. I wonder, I've never done this before. And this, by the way, is not an old cable. I got this. The IEEE cables are still, the IEEE to IEEE, they're still used in some applications. I don't know what it is, but they are. So those cables can be found. It's the PET to IEEE cables that are rare, because I don't think anything else used them. So now this is really either going to be a great thing or not. I took out the screws. So I would like to think that the end of this connector will pop off. I would like to think, or at least make it accessible for me to get access to the bent pin easier. As I said, I would like to think that, because really, this part, it just protects everything. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, there are stickers, and they go over both halves, and they are holding the things in place. Although, perhaps moving a little bit. It does, the stickers don't really mean much to me because it really doesn't. Oh, you know what? I wonder, are these things? Oh, the screw things. They may not be. They may also be holding it in place. Imagine. Ah. It's magic, and there is the inside, outside of the connector. So now, perhaps I can pull this with my pliers. Perhaps. Well, I've got a grip on it. It looks like it's really bent up and twisted. Not twisted, but really, it's got like a big fold in it. So, I mean, oh dear. Right now, this is pretty screwed if it's needed. Now, the other thing is, did some of that connector actually break off when it got bent upwards? Oh no, it just broke off in my pliers is what it did. Great. Well, this is, as I say, this is a modern version of this cable that I got. And it's probably screwed. Not to say I couldn't find a little piece of wire. See, it does not go out as far. I really didn't think I could hurt it with the pliers, but I was wrong. Anyway, not to say maybe I couldn't get a little piece of wire and put it in there. This is distressing. Well, there's no point at this moment in putting this back together. So I think what I will do is set it down and take all the little bits and pieces and put it into a Ziploc bag. Meanwhile, maybe I'll have a look at some of these. See here, that's another IEEE to IEEE cable. It has the Commodore logos, and it looks, no, I haven't tested these, but it looks okay. Here's another one. And indeed, the connectors on it look okay. The only time I've ever seen one of these connectors broken like this was years ago when we were running the Nortec BBS out of Northern Secondary School. We had troubles, and it ended up being something like this with an IEEE to IEEE cable. Oh, come on, you. Oh. All right, so as I said, I'm not tested these yet. I'm just now checking all the connectors. And they look to be okay. At least outwardly, they look to be. Oh! Look at that. It's another PET to IEEE cable, marked top. All right, hang on. That's turned off. All right. Good thing I was double checking everything. All right. So that is on. What am I doing wrong here? Is this the other way? Usually the cable is on that side. Oh, bother. What am I doing? Yeah, I think it's backwards. Maybe it's not. Nope, there it's on. Okay, so we'll turn on the drive. We'll turn on the computer. Hello, where's the computer? There we go. Full price catalog. Okay. So we have 6 working cables. And at some point, we'll test the IEEE to IEEE cables. But not now. So I guess what I need to do is get a Ziploc bag, put all this away. And then I'd really like to bring the 4032, the Fat 40 back up here and see if I can get it to work with the drive. Because I think it used to. But this all puzzles me because, I think the last time I was using the Fat 40 with a drive, it was with the 9090 and things crapped out and I assumed it was the 9090. But was it the computer? I should have investigated more fully at the time. When you have 3 things, it could be any one of the 3 things. So, you know what I might do? Oh. I will put the little wee bits of this cable into the bag. And then I will put all of this into a big Ziploc bag and put this in a big Ziploc bag so it's all together. And on the big Ziploc bag before, you know what? I'm not going to. But I always make the mistake, I don't write on the Ziploc bag first. Now this one I can get away with. But of course I can tell. Look, I'm going to write something magical here. Parts. And even still, with the air in the bag, it makes it more difficult. But I'm going to put parts IEEE. But on the big bag, I'm going to write on the bag before I put anything in. When I can get nice and flat. And my writing can be better than that. All right, thanks for joining me in the pet room. And yes, I am testing the new microphones. One is on my hat, one is on the drive. We'll see how it goes. So, those cables are tested. Time to move on to some other things, like the 4032. Thanks so much for coming. Bye for now.